Hello everybody, this is Shane from TC Geeks, and this is a little short video to tell you about an article we just did that you might be interested in, and it's all about the Blackberry Playbook reviews. If you didn't know, the Playbook is getting into the hands of a lot of the larger media companies just actually today, and they're looking pretty good. The reviews are looking really good. In fact, a week ago, I wrote an article on why I feel that the Blackberry Playbook will be a major iPad competitor. And now, after reading the reviews, I really feel that way, even more so than I did. But here's why. Let me give you a few highlights of the review, and then you can go read the article, and if you would share it out, that would be great. Basically, most of the article focuses on the GigaOM review, and then there are some links to the New York Times, the Bloomberg review, the USA Today, and the Wall Street Journal. All of those are coming in. These are hands-on reviews of the actual real playbook. It does come out Tuesday the 19th of April, and here's what's interesting. You might be interested in this. The playbook is a 7-inch tablet, and it is priced exactly like the iPad. So 16 gigs for $499, 32 gigs for $599, and 64 gigs for $699. So direct competitor on price. Now, here's what people are loving about the playbook. Number one, they're really liking the size. On GigaOM, Malik points out that, at first he was thinking he wouldn't like the smaller size, but as he got to use it more and more, he kind of stated what I thought, which was it's a lot easier to type on, thumb type. So with a 7-inch tablet, you can do emails easier, you can do texts or whatever, take notes. And it's a lot easier because, your two thumbs are just right there and you're typing, which is what we're all used to on our phones anyway. So the size is one thing. The other big thing that's coming out on this is the browser experience. Everyone that reviewed it said that the browser is amazing. It is just exactly like using a desktop web browser. So people are loving that. Now, that leads right into the next one, which is, yes, the playbook plays Flash. However, I will note that what they have said is that you start playing Flash on the playbook and you can literally watch the battery go down. Like, literally sucks the battery right out of that thing. So, we all kind of knew this, and it's true. Flash is a resource hog, so and on the same vein of the browser, one of the other things that's interesting about the playbook is there's a few apps that are default, like Twitter and I think Facebook and Gmail, but they're not apps. Actually, all they really are is shortcuts to the web version. And RIM has stated that they felt like those are experiences you don't need an app for. So you won't have apps for those right off the bat unless, some developers make them. Which leads me to the next thing. Actually, I'll come back to the apps because I want to cover the good things first. So another good thing that people are pointing out is the media capabilities. They're loving the photos, they're loving the video, and loving even more that there's a little HDMI port right on the side of the playbook, which means you do not have to buy an adapter, as you do with the iPad too, but you can just get a cable and plug it from the playbook into your TV. And there you go. You can play stuff on your television. So people are really liking that. And the next thing that they're really liking is the fact that it isn't necessarily, and actually this isn't a huge advantage, but a lot of people are saying that the overall interface is so much like a BlackBerry that if you're used to using a BlackBerry, RIM did a really good job with the gestures, and the swiping, and everything's really super smooth. They're just really liking it. It's very well polished and very well done. And so those are some of the good things people are finding. But here are some of the things that generally all the reviewers are saying about it on the negative side. One of those is the apps. Actually, I should say the lack of. So RIM has said that there'll be 3,000 Playbook apps ready on the release date. Well, the iPad, in contrast, or I should say iOS for the iPad, has 80,000. So if you're comparing 80,000 to 3,000, you can see where it just kind of goes off the screen. However, 3,000 is still a lot of apps. I mean, I think we've been kind of spoiled with apps. And how many people actually use all 80,000 apps? So, in RIM's defense, and definitely not trying to take sides, but 3,000 apps is still a lot of apps. So, depending on what they are, too, if they're really crappy apps, then 3,000 doesn't matter, but we just don't know yet. But the last thing that people are not liking, this is what they're calling the deal killer. The Playbook does not come with any communication tools. So you don't get email, you don't get a calendar, and you don't get the to-dos, like a to-do list. What you do is you use a piece of software called Blackberry Bridge, and it works with a Blackberry phone only. And what happens is it mirrors those email, calendar, etc. from your phone onto the Playbook. Now, I think it was Walt Mossberg from the Wall Street Journal. He pointed out that's a really cool thing, but it means there's a codependence. So in order to get those basic things which most people want, you have to have a BlackBerry phone. Now, I've also read that RIM is aware of this and it will possibly be corrected in the future. So is it a deal killer? I'm not sure quite yet. We'll have to see how sales of the Playbook go. And the other minor thing is people said that it crashed quite a bit. So perhaps there's still some kinks to work out with it. But in general, the reviews are listed on the screen, or the address to the article. I also have written one on the specs and the features of it. It is also listed here. So if you want to go read it, and definitely leave some comments, because I really want to hear how people are kind of feeling about this Playbook versus what we have now, which is the iPad, and we have the Zoom, and we have the Samsung Tab as well. So I'm Shane, TC Geeks, Blackberry Playbook reviews rolling in the doors.